Greetings to everyone. I'm Coach Fred Uganda. I want to thank you very much for always visiting this YouTube channel full of knowledge, full of skills by Coach Fred Uganda. It takes a cost for you to be in position to read, for you to be in position to listen, for you to be in position to use all the parts of your body in order to be successful. Remember, success does not just come as an accident, but you have to struggle for it. Therefore, when you try to visualize, you think of how you want your future to be. So the future is normally done by you. It's you to arrange the kind of future that you want to be. And if you want to choose to be poor, still it is your own choice. And when you choose to be poor, remember, it's you who is going to enjoy the benefits. It's you who is going to enjoy the results of that kind of decision that you make. So my dear youth, my dear fellow Africans and Ugandans, I would encourage you to always take this knowledge as something that's very, very important so that we can build a very good place to live in. That is Africa. So today I'm going to speak about the watermelon farming. Watermelon farming. So these are the steps that you can follow if you want to start the business of watermelon. One, you choose the suitable location. So watermelon, it requires full sunlight, well-drained soils, and plenty of space to spread out. Choose a spot in your farm that receives at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight and has a loose, well-drained soil. Number 2, prepare the soil. Till the soil to a depth of at least 12 inches and mix in organic matter like composite or well-rotted manure. This will improve the soil fertility and help with the drainage. Number 3, plant the seeds. Watermelon seeds can be planted directly in the soil once the soil temperatures has reached at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Create a hill of soil about 6 to 8 inches high and 2 to 3 feet in their diameter. Plant 4 to 5 seeds in the center of the hill, about 1 inch deep, and cover with the soil. Number 4, water regularly. Watermelon requires consistent moisture throughout the growing season, especially during the first few weeks. Water the soil thoroughly after planting and then water regularly to keep the soil evenly moist. Avoid overwatering, which can lead to diseases and root rot. Thin the seedlings. Once the seedlings have grown to about 2 to 3 inches tall, thin them out so that only the strongest seedlings remains in each hill. Fertilize. Watermelon requires plenty of nutrients to grow and produce fruits. Fertilize the plants with a balanced fertilizer, and in most cases I would encourage you to go ahead and use DI Grow fertilizer because it is full and rich in both macro and micro nutrients. It has gotten the Acadian seaweed extract, it has the humic acid, and it is well arranged in the position of making you harvest and benefit from the watermelon kind of farming. Provide support. As the vines grows, they may need support to keep the fruit off the ground. You can provide support with trees or cages. Monitor for pests and diseases. Keep an eye out for common watermelon pests and diseases like aphids, spiders, mites, powdery mildew, and bacterial wilt. If you notice any problems, take appropriate action to prevent them from spreading. Harvest the fruit. Watermelon is ready to harvest when the fruit sounds hollow when tapped and the skin has turned from shiny to dull. Cut the fruit from the vine, leaving a few inches of the stem attached. By following the above steps, I believe you can grow healthy, delicious watermelon in your farm, and you can be in position to satisfy the market available. Let us try to look at some of the few types of watermelon. There is what we call crimson sweet watermelon. The size of the crimson sweet watermelon typically weighs between 9 to 12 kilograms, with some specimens reaching up to 15 kilograms. Shape. The fruit is generally round or oval-shaped. Rind. The rind is firm with a smooth texture and dark green color. It is usually about 1.5 to 2 centimeters thick. Fresh. The fresh is bright red in color, juicy, and very sweet. It is usually about 3 to 5 centimeters thick. Seed count. The crimson sweet watermelon typically contains between 200 to 300 seeds per fruit. Sugar content. The sugar content of the fruit is high, usually around 12 to 14%. Acid content. The acid content is relatively low, which contributes to the sweetness of the fruit. Disease resistance. The crimson sweet watermelon is resistant to some of the pests and diseases, and therefore we would encourage farmers to go into it. Yield. The average yield of the crimson sweet watermelon is about 35,000 to 40,000 kilograms per acre. That is it. Let us look at the sugar baby watermelon. The size of the sugar baby watermelon is small variety, typical weighing between 6 to 10 pounds or kilograms. That is 2.7 to 4.5 kilograms. Shape. It is generally round or slightly oval-shaped. The skin. The rind of the sugar baby watermelon is dark green with lighter green strips. Fresh. The fresh is bright red and firm with small black seeds that are edible. Flavor. The sugar baby watermelon is known for its sweet, juicy flavor with a hint of tanginess. Texture. The fresh is a crisp of refreshing with a high water content. Ripening. The sugar baby watermelon is an early ripening variety, typically maturing in 75 to 85 days after planting. Growth habit. The plant is compact, making it a good choice for smaller gardens or containers. Disease resistance. The sugar baby watermelon is resistant to some of the pests and diseases, and I would again encourage farmers to go into it because it's making a lot of money since it is resistant. Shelf life. The sugar baby watermelon has a relatively short shelf life, typically lasting only a few days after harvesting. Let us talk about the Sukari F1 watermelon. The shape. The Sukari F1 watermelon is typically round to slightly oval in shape. The size. The size of a watermelon variety is known for its small to medium size with an average weight of 3 to 4 kilograms. Skin color. The skin of the Sukari F1 watermelon is dark green with lighter green strips. Fresh color. The fresh of this watermelon is deep red in color, which is very sweet and juicy. Texture. The fresh of the Sukari F1 watermelon is firm and crisp, making it perfect for slicing and serving. Seedless. One of the biggest advantages of the Sukari F1 watermelon is that it is a seedless variety, making it more convenient for consumption. Shelf life. This watermelon variety has a relatively long shelf life, which means that it can last for a longer time after harvest than any other kind of watermelon. Disease resistance. The Sukari F1 watermelon is known for its resistance to various diseases. Therefore, it is also a very good one, which makes it an ideal choice of the commercial farming. Growing season. This watermelon variety has a relatively short growing season, which makes it perfect for areas with shorter growing seasons. Yield. The Sukari F1 watermelon is a high yielding variety, which means that farmers can get a good return on the investment if they concentrated on it. So today it's what I have to speak about. It was watermelon, and don't always get tired of subscribing and sharing my videos. So many good stuff are still coming as long as I'm breathing. I love you. I cannot forget to mention my sponsors, that is the Divine Aesthetics Vocational and Business Institute and DI Grow Fertilizer. Always call on 0701 129121. Let us grow together. Be inspired, be skilled, and be motivated by Coach Fred Uganda. I love you. Bye-bye.